Really like the overall message and deeper meaning that this picture has behind it. I think it is very serious yet relatable to a lot of girls. Um, it's obviously about eating disorders as a deeper meaning behind this. Um, Here she's a sign that says, I stopped eating because you called me fat. And then she's lifting up her shirt. But obviously, she's extremely skinny in this picture. So it definitely shows the inner struggle that people with eating disorders have in their minds because she stopped eating because she thinks she's fat or somebody else called her fat. And so I think it also um, it can play into body shaming a little bit because if somebody else called her fat, um, when obviously she's not, then I think that kind of goes along with the eating disorder theme is body shaming, which are two very prevalent um, social issues that are in our society today that a lot of young girls and young women face. So it's very serious, but also um, something that needs to be talked about because change can happen for it. So I like that she's lifting up her shirt and you can see how skinny she is because it's just totally contrast to what the whole message is. And it really makes you think, and for those that have never experienced an eating disorder or really don't know a lot about them, that eating disorders are very big, it's all in your mind. You know, it's just such a struggle with your mind about the way you look, and you can look in a mirror and see that you have and just absolutely think you're fat, like you must weigh so much more than you act, and then when you step back a little bit and like actually weigh, you were really skinny and you don't even realize that your body weight is perfectly, it could either be healthy, and if people keep up eating disorders, then eventually they become so underweight and it can cause a lot of health problems. If I could change anything about this image, I think it would be the background. I like how it looks like they used a flash on their camera or their iPhone because you can see shadows right here. But I like the idea of putting a lot of light on the main, on the subject, and then also on this sign so you can read it easily. But I think they could have done a better job with the background of this image because it looks, well, you can't really tell what's going on. It looks like there's a lot of items back here, maybe some cups, a cooler, and then the red and the white, I don't think blend very well together. So if they could have a different background, I think it would help the overall quality of this image and make the image that much better. Also, maybe I personally think this handwriting is very well, but I know some people might have a little bit of trouble reading it just because this G doesn't go all the way over. So maybe if there was handwriting, maybe make it a little bit bolder because this is a whole statement that you want your photograph to be centered around. So maybe make the handwriting, use a bolder marker, bolder print, and maybe make sure that the font is very um, common and easily read, that everyone can read it easily. I think there are plenty of, the artist definitely effectively uses elements and principles of design in this image. I like how the lighting in this image, like I already talked about, I like how the light is definitely focused. It makes the girl the center of attention and it makes the poster the center of attention. I think that this is a shape of a square, so that also is a element of design. I think that just an improvement that could be made within the composition is maybe make the girl wear clothing that really maybe a little bit blander so that way her stomach can pop out a little bit more because you see all these strings on the clothes, and then her bra here had a unique pattern. So maybe if she wore all plain clothes, and that way her stomach would really pop out, and that's what's supposed to be the center of attention. And same with the background and the color. So maybe um, simpler is better in this instance. I think that's just one improvement though. But overall, I really love this image, and I really love the deeper meaning that it's trying to talk about here. And in regards to the assignment and what the assignment was and which theme that this person picked, I think they definitely picked vice because a vice is like a bad habit. And it's something that has a grip on your life. and negatively impacts you. So an eating disorder can start out, maybe nobody notices the signs or the symptoms at first, but then if it continues, it can have a huge um, grip on your life and you can't think about anything else. So, a very powerful picture with a great message behind it.